Today I'm going to teach you how to take a dummy, which is nothing but a styrofoam shaped cake, and cover it with fondant. First thing you want to do, now you could add water to your dummy. I like to take shortening and rub it all over my dummy so that gives the fondant something to stick to, okay? Now, you could go ahead and do like you would a regular cake and use buttercream icing on your dummy as well. But if I'm doing this just as a demonstration or for looks, then I'm just going to do it this way instead of putting the buttercream on as well. Make sure you get that rubbed everywhere. And you just want to use shortening, which is nothing but vegetable fat, and just rub that all over your cake dummy. There we go. We've got the whole thing covered. I've got my fondant all rolled out in a circular pattern because I'm covering a circular dummy cake, okay? Now if you were doing a square, you'd try to square up your piece of fondant that you're going to use. And that's just something I've always tried to do. Alright, now let's go ahead and start working on picking up our fondant. And I like to go all around and loosen it from my work surface. And then pull it back. Loosen, pull back, loosen, pull back. Now that I've got the entire thing loosened, I'm going to go under one side and lay this up over my arm. Pull your cake to you and then start laying your fondant right over top like so. I'm going to move that pretty quickly. And then we're going to have to work this so that we don't have a lot of excess. Now what I like to do is take a pair of scissors and cut the excess off that's going below my cake board. Okay, so let's cut all that off. And that will help the pulling that's occurring on the fondant itself to keep it from ripping while it's sitting on top of the dummy cake. And it would be no different if it were sitting up on top of your cake itself. That weight can cause it to rip while you're working on getting it smoothed out and such. Now you're going to need a fondant smoother. Take your excess fondant and set that aside. Okay. And I have a puff with powdered sugar here that I'm putting all over the top of my cake. And I'm just dusting the entire cake with it. Okay. Now we want to start pulling out on our fondant and pushing down. You want to work those marks out and just press it down to your, got an area there, just pull that out and start pushing down. Okay? So you can get it flat all the way down to the cake board area. Alright. And then you just continue to go around pulling out the fondant like so, and then use your hand to come down the cake. And that will help keep those creases out. Now if you see any rips starting to happen along your edge, go ahead and add a little bit of shortening to that, and that will help get things under control for you. Well, just push down with your hand, side of your hand. Same way right here. And then we're to the end. And when you have your last piece that you need to smooth out, that is usually the part that takes the most work. So just smooth that out. And now that I've kind of got everything into place there, got an area that is trying to rip on us. There we go. Now as you can see, we've got that smoothed out all the way around our cake. Or I should say our cake dummy. Okay. Then take your puff and go back over your cake again. And start smoothing that out. And you're going to want to do the same thing all the way around the cake itself. And then just go around your cake, smoothing everything out. Up and down first. And you can go around like so. And I'm going to smooth the top again where I've been holding on to my cake surface. You just take this right around the very edge, and that will help you to smooth things right out. And that's all there is to covering a dummy with fondant. Now you want to take your pizza wheel and go right along the bottom here, and let's cut all this excess off. Now I don't cut clear off to the cake yet. I'm just going to cut the outer edge. So I want to leave that on there so I can make sure that I have no issues. Okay? And that's all there is to covering a cake dummy with fondant.